Tell us about this beautiful location we're in right now. This is the Michigan Street Baptist Church.
Right, in the Michigan Street Baptist Church, Reverend J. Edward Nash came here to pastor in 1892. That was 37 years before the birth of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But in addition to his pastoral duties in the church, he was very involved in the community as a co-founder of the Buffalo Urban League, the Buffalo NAACP, and the Michigan YMCA. He was involved in activities that discuss education opportunities, employment opportunities, political and social issues that affected African Americans back as far as and even before 1892.
And you have historical documents that show all of this. One of them specifically you brought with you today. What was that?
Well, what I brought today was to show you that on May 10th, 1910, Reverend Nash invited Booker T. Washington, who was the premier spokesperson for African Americans during his time. He invited him to speak in this church in 1910, and Reverend Nash introduced Booker T. Washington, who was able to speak to African Americans in this community about those issues that Nash was already talking about. The documentation is all related to things that we have at the Nash House Museum, which is located at 36 Nash Street, which was a home of the Reverend J. Edward Nash from 1925 until his death.
How important is it to you to have folks immerse themselves in this history, be able to be a part of it, to check it out for themselves?
I think it's so important that people know that history didn't start today, that it goes beyond their time and period. So in order to know where we are to go, first we have to find out where we've been.
Lily, you wanted to add to what Sharon was saying about this church and really how important the church has been to the abolitionist movement and the rich history, we can't say enough, Buffalo has in all of that. Can you go ahead and add to it?
Yeah, so the church has been standing here since 1849. 80% of the folks who built this church, and I mean literally built it with their own hands, were freedom seekers, formerly enslaved. And so we are so fortunate in our community to have this church as a lasting legacy of the work that they did in pursuit of freedom. But the connection I think that the church has really to the work of MLK should be of no surprise, because the African American church really, in addition to being a place of worship, was also the place in which protest movements were launched. And when we go back and look at the history of this church, the first evidence of that we have, obviously, is the abolitionist movement and the work that the members did to get themselves here to Buffalo, to a free state and to a free space, but also the work they did in welcoming other freedom seekers and in challenging the segregation that they encountered in the city at the time when they were here. And so this history of protest, of agitation, of fighting for basic human rights is embedded in the church, and it's no surprise that we see a leader like MLK come out of the Black Baptist Church, because the churches really served as a place to nurture and incubate that drive and that desire. And also was a space that African Americans could call their own. In the Black church, in the Baptist Black church, they could really be who they wanted to be. They defined for themselves what their existence would be. I mean, so in restoring the church and in sharing the legacy of the men and women that were here that made this place great is really an honor of my life, right? And to also open the doors of the church in honor of MLK on such a holy, special day is another thing that we're striving to do, because this history, this legacy needs to be shared. But even more than that, we really need to take the lessons of the past and apply them to the present. Because as a people, we've always, as I said, have come together, defined for ourselves our own life, our own path. We've protested, we've agitated. From the moment that Africans were brought to this country enslaved, the fight has been on. And on MLK Day, I am proud to be a part of that legacy. I am proud to help people draw the connections between what MLK did and the modern civil rights movement to what Reverend Nash, Mary Talbert, and others did in the beginnings of the civil rights movement, the progressive era, the fight through the abolitionist movement. All of that connects us. All of that history is embodied in the Michigan Street Baptist Church.
And you know so much about this, the corridor itself. If you could just tell people about how easy it is to access this legacy, access this history in this area, because the church is the hub, but there is so much branching out from this area.
That's right. And really, I think as a community in Buffalo, you know, we're the type of people that keep our head down and keep working, and we don't often recognize and understand the treasures we have in our community. This past summer, we had visitors from all over the country come here to explore our spaces, the Nash House, the church, WFO Black History Radio Collective, the Colored Musicians Club. And they said that they have traveled to other cities, other places, and they have never come across a community that was fortunate to have these historic spaces right within the same block and in the heart of their city. And so, easy to access? Yes, we are. You can come down on MLK Day. We're all going to be open for free tours. If you want to schedule a tour, you just have to go to the Michigan Street African American Heritage Corridor Commission website, and you can set up a tour for yourself. You can get our newsletters, which keeps everyone in the community apprised of all of the events and activities that we're doing. And look out, because Black History Month is right around the corner, and we will be doing lots of activities to celebrate and honor and to acknowledge the work African Americans have been doing in this country. But keep in mind, we don't just do that in February, we're doing that all year round.